Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? It's Sports Roundtable, and it is 7 o'clock, 7:01 to be exact, Eastern Standard Time. I am your humble host, H.O. from Bankhead, and it is that time for us to take you around the world in sports. And we got a lot to talk about for you. It looked like I'm rolling solo for now, but in a few minutes, I got my main man, Maceo Hurd, joining me in just a few minutes. So just bear with me as I give you what's on tap for tonight. I got the Super Bowl has been decided. That's the topic. And we're going to talk about the two teams that have made the Super Bowl and what that's going to do. Um, what else we got in the hot news? NFL coaching moves. Yep, there's no more coaches, no more coaching vacancies available right now. All jobs has been filled, fulfilled. So no more head coaching jobs in the NFL are available right now. So if you didn't get a job this cycle, you're gonna have to wait the next year. So Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, Eric Bieniemy, they all got left off this cycle. So not sure what to tell you about that, but as Bill Belichick was, everybody thought that he was coming to the ATL, and that didn't quite happen. But hey, I guess he's done enough in his NFL career to warrant Hall of Fame status. So don't really think he need to coach again, to be honest with you. So I mean, Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick. So hey, it is what it is. Also, what are we talking about? Oh, the surprise, your impressions, and your disappointments for this weekend of NFL football. So we definitely got to get into that. And as I continue to wait on my co-host to tie it in, I thought Smitty was going to join me. What up, Dad? Thought Smitty would go join, but Smitty didn't respond back. So hold on. So I got my main man E-Dub to come along and play with us tonight. We'll see what E-Dub is earning around 820. We'll see what E-Dub is doing, and we'll go from there. I got to send this link, so y'all bear with me a second here as I try to send this link over. All right, there we go. All right, so Maceo will be joining me in just a second here. So y'all bear with me a second here. It is all right, so there we go. All right, what's up, Dez? My main man, Dez, I can count on you always. Yeah, I thought I was gonna have Smitty in tonight, but Smitty didn't hit me back, so it is what it is. We definitely got to talk about them Hawks, man. Them Hawks, whew, boy, them Hawks are. When E-Dub come on, got to talk about them trade deadlines or whatnot, and see exactly what can we do, or what is it to be said about the Atlanta Hawks, cause when they play well, they play well. Let's go ahead and get it understood. When they play well, they play well. So I hear you, Marlon. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, when the Hawks play well, look, they beat Milwaukee this year. When they get a chance to move the ball and get everybody involved and things of that nature, they hard to beat. They hard to beat. But it's just the defense. I just don't understand. And I asked E-Dub once he get on, I asked E-Dub about defense. E-Dub is a defensive guy. You know, he was one of the ones that wanted Jared Jackson in that case. There go my man. So y'all hold on real quick. I gotta bring my man on up in this thing. We finna rock and roll. And
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And we're in the building.
Man? Technical difficulties, but here we go.
There it is. There it is. So man, I was just doing my Arsenio Hall monologue until we got this thing together. But
yes, sir.
Yeah, running down the hot news and what we're gonna talk about. And I was talking about how bad the Hawks defense looked. Just I mean, but the thing about it is, Mace, is when they play well, when they move the ball, they get 5-6 guys into double figures, they can beat anybody in the league. But boy, when that defense goes sour, it's just like, oh my goodness.
This was crazy. And you just brought up a real good point about this team. Like last night, you know, they got 6 guys in double figures.
Right.
This is a good basketball team when they're locked in. But defensively, and I know nobody in the NBA plays defense. I know that. But you got to play pride. Like you see teams attempt to play defense. This team, most nights, it's no such thing as defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's just, man, that's just horrible and bad. But man, I just want to welcome you and thank you for coming on in, and it's gonna be a good one tonight. And as I was running down the rundown, Smitty didn't call me back, so I guess we're gonna do our faculty report between just me and you, and I'm sure we can do that. Then we got ballers and busters. Then got E-Dub to come in and talk about them Hawks, and he now E-Dub one who said on the show years ago that the Hawks should have drafted Jaren Jackson. Now, how would that defensive presence would have made a difference in this year's team if we had a Jaren Jackson on the team?
So I was one of the guys who I was screaming for us to take this kid. I mean, a guy who he understands that other side of the ball. You know, you're gonna get your points, but he has a presence defensively. And I know, listen, I know it's almost taboo to say defense in NBA, you know, at the same time, but there are certain guys in this league who take it upon themselves to say, you know what, I got to, you know, whether I'm going to hand check, I'm going to play some semblance of defense. It's still a few guys that actually do that. And he's one of those guys. I would have loved to have him in Atlanta. He was the guy I was screaming about. People like, you don't know what you're talking about, but whatever.
Right. Yep. And shout out to Marlon. He's already in the books. As he's making them comments already. But before we even get started, Mace, I want to just get your quick opinion about this. Do you think that the city of Atlanta will get another hockey team before we even get into this hot news?
I hope not. I mean, we've proven time and time again that hockey just doesn't work in this city. Now, you know, maybe if they move it to Gwinnett, you know, maybe if they move it to Macon, you know, I mean, we've just proven we've had the Flames, we've had the Thrashers. Like, you know, how many more strikes do we need to honestly say, you know what, hockey is just like Atlanta is just not a hockey town. And listen, I went to a few of the Thrasher games.
Right.
nice crowds. It's
Mhm.
just something about Atlanta and hockey. And I know a lot of people gonna say, well, you know, Atlanta is the black mecca and black people don't like hockey.
Mhm.
Maybe, maybe not, but I mean, why even go down there? I mean, it's like you're trying to reinvent the wheel. It don't work here. Let it go. Let's just move on.
Yeah. Now they talking about building this complex out in Alpharetta. But they looking for some $1 billion. They looking for some funds to see who can fund it. And I think that's the first hurdle is to get a complex to attract or to get a better approval rate to actually get the hockey team approved. But just like you said, I mean, by putting it in Alpharetta, you already saying that you really don't want us
Oh, I mean,
to
without
come
a
to the
doubt.
game. You
Without
see?
a doubt.
so I mean, is I guess maybe will we could you give it a chance by putting it in Alpharetta, being that the Braves have been so successful moving to Truist Park that's out, on in the suburbs of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, could that actually pay dividend by moving it to the suburbs of Atlanta, like in Alpharetta?
So I mean, it's that saying out there say, go where the money is.
Right, right, right.
I mean, hey, if somebody's willing to try to sink uh funds and another opportunity for hockey being in Atlanta or Gwinnett, I mean, by all means do it. We have a volleyball team now here, the
Mhm.
Atlanta Vibe, and
Right.
their inaugural season right now is being played. I mean, in Gwinnett, it's between they gonna play all their games at the arena, way up 85, and probably doing their research, probably
Mm.
say, hey, this event is probably gonna work better up here versus trying to. I mean, whether it had been State Farm or whether it been the Georgia International Congress Center where
Right,
the
right.
Atlanta Dream play their games, or I mean, just anywhere down to anywhere south side, like you say,
Yeah.
complexion.
It's
So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we not coming off as racist. I mean,
right.
we're just stating the facts.
Right. We true Atlanta people, so we know. And think about it. Atlanta had a arena football team. We had a lacrosse team. Now we got a volleyball team. We just done dipped our toe in all kind of different kind of sports. But I think what the lacrosse team got a championship, and then our minor league hockey team get a championship.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
the Gladiators, I think. So I mean, some. I mean, the minor league teams, and then look, now they moving they moving the Double A Braves team to Rome or something like that,
Yeah.
or somewhat close by.
Mhm.
So I guess they trying to make they trying to make Atlanta great again.
Hey, listen, I mean, like I say, you ride around certain parts of Bankhead at
There you go.
the top down the North Side Drive side. I mean, yeah, where once upon a time were uh apartments and all of these type things. Now you see people that you don't normally see on the side of town walking dogs, jogging, you
Mhm.
know, the was that Mosley Park on that end down at Maddox,
Yeah,
that end down
Madison.
there. I mean, come on now. Like you like, wait a minute, oh, not
Mhm.
too long ago, y'all wouldn't be down here doing what y'all doing, but I mean, hey, times change.
Yeah,
Times change.
exactly.
Yeah. Gentrification is very real.
Yeah, for sure. All right, bro. With that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into some hot news. Hot news sponsored by my good old friends at Big Easy Grill, 1193 Collier Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Big Easy Grill is the place to be if you're looking for the best Louisiana seafood in town. Yes, Big Easy Grill is where it is. Let them know the SRT Sports Roundtable sent you, and you get 10% off any meals, $25 or more. Maceo, I got to tell you about them crab claws, bro. When you go back, please get them crab claws. They are unbelievable. I done got a couple of people hooked on the crab claws that they said, I've never had any crab claws fried and cooked the way they do it. Hey, I understand. So
I make a trip. Got to make a trip.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, we can set it up for the weekend or something and go down there. I owe you a cigar and a lunch. So
let's get that on the books. Let's get that on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. All right, for the Super Bowl has been decided. Just want to get your thoughts on the two Super Bowl teams that actually going to the Super Bowl and they road and how they actually got there.
Let's start with Kansas City. I'm gonna say this time and time again, and I'm gonna stand on it as everybody keep saying they standing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not betting against Pat Mahomes. Just not betting against Pat Mahomes. We were told as these playoffs started, oh my God, Pat Mahomes is not going to be playing in Kansas City. Got to get on the road, go to Buffalo. Okay, well, it took care of that. Oh my God, the number one seed Baltimore Ravens are laying in the cut. This is the best defense. He took care of that, and he's headed to the Super Bowl. So Pat Mahomes is that he's that guy. And as the kids say, he's him. He is definitely him. Let's look at San Francisco. Hey, let's say what you want. They battled 2 weeks in a row. Green Bay should have beat them. Brock Purdy and crew found a way. How Detroit gave? Well, we know how Detroit gave this game away, but when it mattered most, Brock Purdy made plays. His San Francisco 49ers are now headed, Mr. Irrelevant, and that 49er crew, they're heading to Las Vegas. So, I mean, hats off to those guys. Shanahan, I know the people in Atlanta still will never forgive Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, here they are. I mean, listen, in the words of Herm Edwards, you play to win the game.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
They're here. So hats off to those guys.
All right, I'm gonna add to what you just said. I'm gonna start with Kansas City. Now, this is the trick to me, and this is what has made why you can't bet on Pat Mahomes. Period. He doesn't have to have big numbers in big games.
He's figured that out.
That's what I'm saying. He just be efficient and do the things that just make winning plays at winning times.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have big numbers. So that's and I guess a lot of people hadn't really kind of figured that out as quarterbacks yet and understand that, like you said, you play to win the game. Are we trying to win or are we trying to keep from losing? It's your choice. And I think that's what has impressed me the most, because when you look at the stats, 250 passing yards, but not great numbers in the stat book, but they're going to the Super Bowl. He has a chance to get number 3. So, I mean, that's what's important. Now, going to San Francisco, you're like, man, Detroit done came out and Detroit hit them in the mouth really, really good.
Damn near perfect half of football.
Yes. I mean, you just for sure. You just knew for sure Ben Johnson would go get that $18 million that he was commanding.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Yeah, you was for sure he would. I'm pretty sure Ben Johnson was like, yeah, I'm finna cash in now. But Dan Campbell, aggressive versus reckless. Now, let me explain that. San Francisco came out, second half, went downfield, got a field goal. Then Detroit come back, 4th and 2, they go for it instead of taking the 3 to put it back to a 2-possession game. I think you talked about this last night on your show. Would have made it a 2-possession game. Now, going for it, if you go for it, it's still a 3-possession game that you was already in. So going for it, it's not gonna make it any larger than the 3-possession that you already in anyway.
Period.
So to me, that was a reckless decision instead of an aggressive decision.
Yeah. I mean, we've all watched football enough to know 3-possession lead is way different from a 2-possession lead.
Exactly.
When the team is down 3 possessions, you almost have to panic because now the clock is not your friend. And when you're up by 3 scores, now, I mean, you just kill the clock. I'm going to just go to this running game. When Shanahan won, it was a sigh of relief for the 49ers. Like, I mean, 2 possessions. Technically, we scored 2 touchdowns. We're really ahead. But these 2 scores, we get a field goal and a touchdown. We right back in it. Having to chase 3 scores,
right?
They panic. Now you allow San Francisco to stay calm. And we talked about it last night. Momentum. Now all of a sudden you just inject new life in this team because now they're like, hey, we can still do all the things we want to do, and we're not playing in panic mode. Now you don't get that. You don't. Lord forbid, when you miss that second 4th down, that is ball game.
Yeah,
it's ball game because now your team is really understanding that, dude. Now we're in trouble. And it's crazy because the narrative and everybody said all week, well, he played that way all season to get there. Okay, but an opportunity, and he told his team, we may never get here again. So, coach, why would you not play why wouldn't you coach situationally to make sure that with the team you have right now, you take advantage of the opportunity to punch your ticket? Now you're a 10-point you're a double-digit road dog, and you got control of this game. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Now, do you think, now you talked about momentum, and I think a lot of people really don't understand the value of momentum in sports. I mean, it's so important. And I just talked about playing to keep from losing and playing to win.
Yep.
Detroit obviously played to keep from losing, and Dan Campbell coached to keep from losing instead of coaching to win.
Yep.
And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about when I say playing to keep from losing. You know how the coach used to always tell you don't loaf during the game because that's when you get hurt.
Yeah.
Always go at full speed. Always go at full speed, even in practice. Go at full speed. And if you go at half speed, even in the game or in practice, that's when something bad happens. That's when you get blindsided. That's when you don't keep your head on the swivel. That's when you all of a sudden, my hamstring, I stepped on somebody's foot. Now it's really bad because you loafing and you plan to keep from losing. Yep. Playing to win, you going, no matter what play it is, you're going 100% all the way out. Period and point blank. So unfortunately, the Detroit Lions fans had to bite that bullet, and I'm sure they are. That was a tough one now. All right, let's move
real quick, HO. This what makes it even crazier. Even if you bring everybody back on that team, you're still a different team year to year. When you climb the mountain that they had to climb and get to that point, now you gotta reset your thought process and have to make that climb again. How many guys are really gonna look at Dan Campbell next year, and soon as a fourth down situation come, he go for it, he don't get it.
Mm,
Them guys gonna be like, this dude didn't learn his lesson. And on top of
right.
that, Detroit salary cap wise, you got to pay Goff. St. Brown, his contract's gonna
Mhm.
be due. You got to make a decision on some of the secondary guys. You got to look down the future too, because you got to save money for Aiden Hutchinson, because his contract gonna be due. You're not gonna look the same next year.
Right.
And
Regardless of what the jersey say, how many
right.
come back, it doesn't matter, because now this is the true, and I'm glad you brought this up. Now, on 4th and 2 next year, when they go for it, how many people are going to actually believe that we can actually get 4th and 2?
There you go. Dog. Exactly.
Because they're gonna go to the line like, man, come on, Cole, let's go and take these
No, they're
points.
gonna be in her like, bruh, is he really? Is it? Did we not learn anything from last year, coach? Really?
Right.
Bruh, tough, man. Tough situation to be in. But I mean, he said it himself after the game. He was like, hey, had to look them guys in the face and say, listen, we may never be back here. I mean, just think about it. Last year, everybody say, oh, Philadelphia be right back here. They bring it, they'll be right back here. How they work out Philadelphia?
Yeah.
You
They
never know.
never know. That's what I'm saying. I lost my I started varsity my freshman year in basketball. And when we lost in the playoffs, and I was upset and mad, and my assistant coach say, don't worry about it. You got 3 more years of this. I'm like, bro, I don't know if we go get back here next year. I'm trying to win now. I mean, you know, that's the sympathetic thing is cool to say, but you just never know. You can't just depend on next year.
No
All right, let's go on.
guarantees, dog. No
Yeah,
guarantees.
let's get to these coaching moves. No NFL job is open now. All the jobs are filled, and Airbnb, Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll all got left out of this cycle. So, which of the NFL moves that I think the last one was fit? Well, no, well the the Commanders
Commanders
still.
still like they hadn't set they hadn't filled theirs yet, right? Because
No,
I
no,
think
I don't think. Yeah, I think
yeah,
it
they
was the
they the
Seattle.
last team. They the last team without a
Okay,
coach.
so we got one left. So my bad. So how did you like Mike McDonald going to Seattle? Making him the youngest coach in the league now.
So for me, I always like change of pace, change of direction. They just got rid of one of the oldest coaches in the NFL. Now they have the youngest coach in the NFL.
Boy,
The
yeah,
last time we
extreme.
saw him, with Baltimore, I mean, it wasn't so great, because of how Pat Mahomes them took care of. But I mean, it's one game. I ain't gonna hold that against him. I like the hire. Seattle needs, and especially offensively, that offense is kind of stale. You got this supreme talent at wide receiver, DK Metcalf, and to me, he just don't get the ball enough in a variety of ways. So maybe this new young coach, even though he's a defensive minded coach, maybe he brings in another young offensive minded guy. We see how these young OCs are kind of playing the game totally different from so many other guys that we just he run this system. He run that system. Maybe whoever comes into Seattle with McDonald will come in with some fresh ideas, and now we're gonna see DK Metcalf live up to all of the expectations that we have for him. Because when I see him, I almost look at him like he's unstoppable force, but look like Pete Carroll don't feel the same way.
Right.
Because you got Geno playing in this antiquated offense, and so I mean, you really never know what these hires are gonna be until they get up under the gun. They all gonna win the press conference. I mean, think about it. We laughed at Dan Campbell when he got hired.
Yeah, we did.
How did it work out? So I mean, we don't know. I hate when people ask me, grade the hire. I don't know. Man, they went through no off season. I don't know, how he views the draft. I don't know how he views his roster. So I mean, we won't know till free agency, the draft, once we see them in training camp. So I mean, right now, all the hires are age because I think you're hiring a coach because the guy you just got rid of, I mean, he just couldn't get it done. So that's why you in the market for a coach.
Yeah, so Washington is the only team left. So I'm not answering Marlon question. So yeah, Washington is the only team left that has not filled a job. And I misspoke earlier. That was the Ben Johnson job, but he backed out saying that he got unfinished business. So he's going back to Detroit. So it was supposed to be filled, but rumor has it that his asking price was a little bit too steep for their blood. So
yeah, man, he's standing on that 18 million. He's standing on that 18 million. Y'all always talking about standing on business. He's standing on that business, $18 million business. He's standing on it.
Yeah, and Bobby, the Houston Texans, he got him a big old raise, so he's standing.
Yeah, as he should. He should.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think Bieniemy could possibly be in play as the last result in Washington?
No, because honestly, if we knew Rivera was going to get fired, if they really had faith in Bieniemy, they would have fired. I don't call it Riverboat Run no more. He's been stopped gambling. They would fire Riverboat Run mid-season and basically told Bieniemy, all right, this is your time to show us that you're worthy of taking over this team. Now, the thing with Bieniemy, he really needed this Washington offense to like click. And again, I know he don't have Pat Mahomes was not coming to DC with him. But if you're this, if you're telling everybody in the NFL that you're the reason everything in Kansas City worked, what's the I forget the song Jay-Z say, oh, you say you made Hove, okay, make another Hove.
Right.
Hey, why I ain't see the Kansas City offense in Washington. Again, he don't have Pat Mahomes, but when you're telling people that hey, you built that, okay, we'll build it again.
Yeah.
Build it again.
Funny how when Kansas City was struggling this past year, everybody credited that to the departure of Eric Bieniemy. But then when they got into their true identity in the playoffs, when they did the San Antonio Spurs, just get us to the playoffs and we'll show you what we can do. Then it became, Andy Reid. It's Andy Reid the whole time.
Yeah.
So
it be like that.
It's like, boy, it's funny how these narrative change in the matter of weeks or week to week or whatever the case may be. All right, real quick, let me get your surprises, impressions, and your disappointments for this past weekend. Who surprised? Who impressed you, and who disappointed you?
Well, boy, who disappointed me was Lamar Jackson. Super disappointed in Lamar. And when I watched the film, it made it worse because you just like Lamar. Now, these folks ain't gave you $220 million for you to act like all of a sudden you can't run. You try to manipulate the pocket and still try to throw the ball downfield when it's so many lanes. Dude, you're the most elite athlete at the quarterback position playing the game currently. Man, come on, Lamar. You tripping. You let the pundits, you let the talking heads infect your brain. And it showed. Super disappointed. Super disappointed about everything about Baltimore because Harbaugh, you signed off on that game plan. Todd Monken, bro, you look like you've never coached football a day in your life.
Right.
Again, for Lamar to sit in the post-game press conference and say, yeah, we had no idea they were going to be blitzing. What?
Come on.
That's
Yeah,
all. That's all Spags known for. He gonna
mm,
dial it up. So totally disappointed in Baltimore. Surprised Brock Purdy because everything everybody keeps knocking him. He just continues to keep proving people wrong. And I said this like maybe 5-6 weeks ago or whatever. It's a reason he's the starter. It's a reason that offense thrives because he's the trigger man. I mean, say what you want. You talking about when they got Debo, they got that. Okay, yeah, but Trey Lance had all them too. Jimmy G had them folks too. Where are they? So just Brock Purdy continues to surprise me. And then, by the way, he out here, I would call him Brock Vick. He out here using his feet. Like, who knew he had that in his tool bag? I didn't.
right.
I ain't know he had that. So yeah, those are my two off the rip. What's my third option?
Surprise.
Surprise.
Oh no, maybe Purdy was a surprise. Well,
Yeah,
no,
Purdy
maybe
was a surprise. I was disappointed in Lamar.
Impressive.
Impressed. Dude, I was impressed by the Atlanta Hawks last night to a game where pretty much everybody in the arena coming to see Lebanon James. And listen, they don't have AD, so that's not their fault. But they got Lebanon, and Lebanon gonna Lebanon wherever he go. Because I mean, he the force. He is the reason that So every time I go to Hawks game, I kind of just gauge it how big the game by the star power.
Right.
And when you go hit Instagram and you see all the people who are at State Farm Arena hours early, you know the big man is in town. So impressed by the Hawks getting that win, like understanding, Trey had this statement. It was his rookie year when Golden State was here, and he was like, one day I want our arena to be like us all the time, not super excited when another guy comes to town. Well, Trey, that's how you get the arena to be pro Atlanta. Winning cures everything. I mean, it's been like that since the beginning of time. So yeah, Trey, if you want everybody coming to the arena and you just want to wear 11 jerseys and not whoever the flavor that's coming in the city, win, Trey. That's how you fix that. Win.
You like the uniform they wore last night?
I love the Austin uniform. Now I do think so many NBA teams got too many damn uniforms, but that one right there for the Hawks pretty sweet. I like that. I wish they would bring the MLK uniform back, the black and gold one, but this one's sweet right here. So I mean, I like it. I like this one. I like ours.
All right, cool. All right, I'm going with disappointed in the play calling and the scheming of Baltimore's offense.
Trash.
You don't get to the AFC Championship game and all of a sudden make Lamar Jackson this wonderful passing quarterback. That just I'm not understanding that. I was very, very disappointed in Todd Monken and his stock dribbled all the way down just in that one game. Cause I'm pretty sure there was some folks that probably would have loved to interview him because he got a whole bunch of credit for the turnaround in Baltimore's season. And then Rex Ryan comes on TV and said that these folks owe Greg Roman an apology because it wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was the people around you, I guess, because it was just bad.
Nah, they don't owe Greg Roman no apology. Greg Roman offense was like, man, come on, dude. That thing was ABC.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know about it. He's straight. He's straight.
impressed with. I'm with you on Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with his take what the defense give you, and
Mhm.
he impressed me with his footwork, his ability to run when needed, to get out of these situations where close to a sack, almost a sack, things of that nature. So that was an impressive to me. Surprised by the debacle of Detroit Lions. You would think that for a team who had a home playoff game since 1991, and you up on the favorites to get to the Super Bowl. How do you blow this? How do you up? How do you get this? What they rushed for a high of 144 yards in the first half?
I mean, again, Ben Johnson called damn near a perfect for her dog. You can't dial it up better than that, HO.
Yeah, I'm like, so, and let's I don't know if I want to put him on the buster list or the disappointment list, but Chase Young, I mean, he's on the milk carton.
Oh my god, dog. And watching the film, it's even worse, dude. Bruh. I'm sitting here, he is running himself out of plays. Like, he honestly out there stealing. I listen, I hate to put this on our athletes. I hate putting this on our guys. But dude, Chase Young might be the most overrated football player that we've seen in a long time, dude. I mean, remember all the promise? Like, I remember when he was here for the ESPN Awards,
Mhm.
uh, while he was at Ohio State. And
Right.
I'm just looking at this guy like, man, dude, like who gonna do something with him? Well, clearly everybody, man, dog. A lot of times the tackle didn't have to block him because he was blocking himself, dog.
Yeah, that's
He was
crazy.
blocking himself, dog. Like, dog, if you don't want to be out there and they keep running him out there. They keep running him out there. I'm like, bro, y'all tripping. Y'all are really tripping
And
out here.
then you hear everybody saying, during the time they was like, well, should Atlanta trade to try to get a Chase Young in here? To do what? Because it all had just come out. Because when when San Francisco traded for him, everybody was like, well, wow, the rich get rich.
Oh, yeah. Pay him back with his boy, Bosa. Oh, my God. You're never going to be able to block them guys. Yeah, well, when he blocking himself, he make it real easy. He make it
Yeah,
real
you
easy.
don't have to block. Yeah. All right, for sure.
Yeah, Marlon, he's soft. Soft. Big time. Maybe the money turned him out. Maybe the money turned him out. Cause he had NIL before NIL. He showed up them ESPN awards. I was laughing, me and Glaze. I was like, hey man, look at that chain, that watch, man. He already got it, dog. He already got it.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's go. We'll go move right on into this the Atlanta Falcons report, and we go just jump right on in. Raheem Morris has gotten the job, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on the hire. And I think me and you talked offline, and we talked very,
Yeah.
very deeply about
Mhm.
how this came about, and I gave you some
Right.
inside information
Yeah.
and how all of that had transpired, and we just want to get your thoughts on the
This
hire of Raheem
dude,
Morris.
this the right hire. And you just talked about it in the last segment. You gotta go opposite of what you had when from what you just left. Arthur Smith clearly just the job was too big for Arthur Smith. I mean, let's just really, as the youngest say, let's really keep it a buck. This job is too big for some guys are just OCs, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. I mean, he already got another job. So good luck with that, Pittsburgh Steelers. So I've gotten a chance to really know Raheem because he developed my little cousin, Kobe Durant, that's with the Rams. And Kobe, the one thing Kobe just harps on is this guy cares. This guy cares. He's going to make sure he gets the best out of each and every player. And it's the development of the entire unit. It's the development of every guy. And it's crazy because when you have a coach, even if you make a bad play, when you got a coach that has that belief in you, that's going to go to bat for you, not going to throw you under the bus. Like, I mean, we saw Arthur Smith throw people under the bus a million times. It never really took a lot of the blame. And also from the Atlanta culture, I mean, Arthur Blank had to really sit back and relax. And once he had the conversations that, you and I know he had, he had to make a hire like this because this hire was twofold. Because you saw the excitement from the players, but now you've really re-energized your fan base. Because, I mean, you're sitting here now like, okay, now we have a coach who's going to, be on that front line that everybody can like rally around. One gonna rally around Bill Belichick. You definitely didn't rally from Arthur. I mean, hindsight, I don't think nobody was ever excited when Arthur Smith got hired. I mean, because it was really like, man, all he did was hand the ball to Derrick Henry. What is he gonna do with this offense in Atlanta? So it's yeah, he definitely understood that folk, he heard them rumblings like folk like, man, but y'all thought we reneged on the PSL last time. It's gonna be worse this go around. And listen, all of those things matter. Hiring a Raheem Morris, I mean, I think people in Atlanta, they ready for football season to start now. I mean, his press conference on Monday gonna be lit. I mean, everybody gonna be tuned into that thing because I mean, now you got a guy, and he's the first African American head coach in the blackest city.
Yeah.
In the U.S. Come on, man. This made too much sense. It made too much sense, H.O.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just jump on that bandwagon and say this. I think this was Arthur Blank saying that he has fully recovered from the Mike Vick experience. He has gotten over it. He's past it.
Yeah.
I think this is his way of saying that. But my whole question, I gotta ask all of the fans and all of the tenants to think about this. To get a guy who could connect with the players and the culture and familiar with the organization.
Already.
How can you miss? How can you miss when you can connect with the players, the culture, and you familiar with the organization? I mean, you just can't miss with that. And I think that, along with connecting with players, and I think in today's game, I think that's where a lot of your winning comes from is connecting with the players. It's no longer who has the most talent, who has this. I mean, we can just look at the Milwaukee Bucks. The coach had an issue with communicating and connecting with the players, and boom, he up out of there.
And he was 30-13.
Yeah, think about it. And then to the point that we talked about offline is why you think Josh McDaniel wasn't the predecessor for Belichick and he chose male.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let's just think about that for a second.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or go even deeper than that. How come Antonio Pierce with the same player and the same staff, soon as you
right.
leave Josh McDaniels, instant success.
Instant success.
Soon as you leave,
Yeah,
soon as they had
connecting
you
with the
clean
spirit.
out your office, all of a sudden the Raiders know how to play football. Everybody buying into what I mean, it's the same guy. You didn't go get 53 new guys.
Right.
You didn't.
Exactly. Yep. All right, so let's talk about the staff development that he's hired. He's already hired Zach Robinson and Jimmy Lake,
Yo.
offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Your thoughts on that?
So we already knew he was going to get guys he's either worked with or he's seen like in action. He's seen enough of these guys because again, that's the type guy, Coach Ra. That's what everybody call him, Coach Ra. Coach Ra is going to bring in guys who see the game the same way he sees the game. You got to be into player development. You got to be into loving on these guys. You have to be on coaching these guys up the right way. It's going to be the energy. This going to I mean, it's going to be a thing of beauty. Yeah, Dez, say that again, Dez. Stop making sense. Stop making sense about what happened in Las Vegas. Them dudes were like, man, Buddy gone. Man, hey, dog, think about this before I get back to coach. You got a super diva wide receiver out there, and he was sitting there like, man, I mean, he complained, and he getting, he getting targeted. Bring AP in. Dog, it was like 2-3 games. Well, Devontae, 2-3 catches. He ain't care. No, we winning. We competing again. So yeah, oh yeah, man. Josh McDaniel, if anybody else hire you, they idiots, but somebody gonna hire him, which is crazy. But the Atlanta coaching staff, I'm just looking at this staff. Now we're gonna see the personality of Coach Ra. Dude, I can't wait to go out to Flower Branch to see these guys now because it's not gonna be that corporate just standing around that Arthur Smith brought because that was his energy. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about how teams take on the personality they coach. Say what we want about old dumb Dan Campbell, but the Detroit Lions look like him. They play with the same energy he be on. You know what I'm saying? So that's winning teams, winning coaches. I say this all the time. When you see a team that has the personality of their head coach, that means everybody has fully bought in. So I can't wait to see what's going on with, up there with Ra. Can't wait.
Yeah. From what I read about Jimmy Lake, he is supposed to be this secondary guru.
Yeah.
Our secondary has already improved, but he has been a defensive coordinator for the University of Washington, and this secondary guru that is supposed to be this deal. So, and you know what I like about Zach Robinson, and I'm sure you can appreciate this, Maceo, is he worked his way. I remember him being the quarterback at Oklahoma State, but he worked his way going to football camps, working the PFF, coaching clinics and things of that nature. So if you don't get anything, you're going to get some football studying from this kid. From Zach Wilson, you're going to get some football studying from this kid. All right, I want to move to the thing about the Atlanta quarterback. Now that we got our offensive coordinator, is it possible that Atlanta says, I don't want to give up none of my picks. I want to keep everything we got, and we just go put another coach with Desmond Ritter and run it back that way?
Dude, it's super possible. It's super possible because I think this is what we know. I think we know that Arthur Smith was just not in the development business. Right. He was not in the culture business. Listen, we're all athletes. We know we play for coaches who you be like, man, I can't play for him. And
Right.
when you shut down on stuff like that, you're never gonna get your potential out of it because you're waiting for him to either throw you under the bus or just not give you the tools you need to get better. I mean, I think we saw that. I think we understand that. We've seen where a guy looks like this under this coaching staff, then all of a sudden under another coach staff, totally flourishes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think with this staff, and now that we know Terry is going to, he back in the kitchen, I think they're really gonna look at, hey, do we trade? Do we give up some of this capital to bring in? Everybody want Justin Fields. Do we bring in Justin Fields? You're gonna have to give him his 5th-year option. It's gonna be $25 million. Are you prepared to give him? Have you seen enough of him? Do you think that he can develop in your system where you're gonna feel comfortable giving him $40 million? Or are you gonna say, hey, for 1 year, let's see if we can coach up Desmond Ridder, especially at that price where we really got super control of his contract, and let's continue to build out this team. Let's build the defense. Let's get another. Let's fix the O-line with the capital that we already have. Let's not give it away. So I mean, again, I wouldn't be shocked if Desmond Ridder is under center week 1 with a better coaching staff. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked because I mean, I think a lot of times, my daddy used to say this all the time. When you listen to the crowd, soon you'll be sitting with them.
Yeah.
Block out that noise. Everybody, let's get in the lab, shut down everything around Flowery Branch, and let's say, hey, let's take a hard look at this roster. The defense the defense is pretty good. I think we can all agree with it. The defense is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
What outstanding piece can we put over here to make it go? Everybody keep talking about how talented all the weapons on offense. Well, if we got a better OC, we're getting better coached. We're going to be scheming much better than what Buddy was doing. Maybe, just maybe, it's something in this guy, again, at the price we're paying him. People got to understand price point matters in the NFL. Just if you don't believe it, just look at San Francisco, where they're going to the Super Bowl with a quarterback that's the lowest paid quarterback in the NFL. How you think they're able to make all the moves that they made to fix that defense, to bring in the guys they brought in? Because they're not paying the quarterback freaking $50 million.
Yeah.
And they ain't got to pay him again next year.
Exactly. How can you turn down, and I think I mentioned this on your show last night, how can you turn down the best edge rusher in the draft, Dallas Turner?
Yeah.
At number 8.
And you need
it. And then you go offensive line, 2nd, 3rd round to beef up the line to try to help protect your quarterback. And then you can say, well, I don't really have to pay Desmond Ridder because he's under contract for the next
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 4-year deal.
Yeah, with a better. Now let's all agree that the offensive coordinator, the play caller, is who and what makes the quarterback look like what they look like.
400% agree.
Yeah. You think Bill Walsh didn't help Joe Montana? Didn't help Steve Young? I mean, he the proof is in the pudding.
Oh, by the way, Joe Montana was 3rd round draft pick. Everybody, he won 1st round draft pick, 3rd round draft.
That's
pick.
what I'm saying. So he took a statue at quarterback in Joe Montana, made him a Hall of Famer, put him in great position, then took a Steve Young who can use his legs type quarterback, sort of like the dual threat, and made him a Hall of Famer as well.
Yeah.
So play calling has a lot to do with how the quarterback is going to look.
What?
Yeah. So I mean, you can you know, the Dallas Turner thing, I'm like, bro, he is obviously one of the top edge rushers in the draft. If you can go get him and add to what we already have, now the secondary we sold up last year. That was great. You got DeMarco Hellams in the 7th round, and you signed Jesse Bates. If we can get the other corner to stop
Get
being
somebody
so
for a cooler.
handsy.
Get somebody for a cooler.
Yeah, and then I think
Did.
don't we get an extra 3rd round pick for Calvin Ridley or something like that?
Yeah, whatever going on and whatever going on down at Jacksonville, go on and sign that man, dog. Go on and sign that man.
You holding up our pick. So
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get that done, then you know it is possible. But then I hear today, rumor has it on the street that if Denver cuts Russell Wilson, you can get him 3 years and $36 million and have Ritter behind him for the next 3 years.
Woo, Lord. Southwest Atlanta go crazy, y'all bring Russ in here. Talking about he gonna cook, y'all.
Yeah.
Like you say, future streams gonna go up if Russ coming here because everybody gonna be trying to play future all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean that's a whole lot cheaper than that 45 Kirk Cousins talking about off of Achilles. So I definitely want to be doing that. So, you know, again, it looks like don't rule out Desmond Ritter being your quarterback. And I know a whole lot of people was on him about how terrible he played, but you got to understand he played, so he was already bad. He played bad, but what added to it was the play calling. So with better play calling, could he be a better quarterback? We saw flashes of him doing some things, but with a better play caller, I mean, I'm not sure if Zach Robinson would have called a pass play in the rain in Carolina, knowing that he has turnover issues. Why are you calling a pass play in the red zone when you ran the ball to get to the red zone?
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like that. That's it. That just stood out. That's worse than him trying to run a triple option with Marcus Mariota that one play. You know, so I mean, play calling matters.
Hey, that picture of Marcus Mariota falling down throwing, I mean, that just summed up the game of Carolina, that night game of Carolina last year before last. That summed up Arthur Smith. That image. Every time somebody say Arthur Smith name, I just think about this man falling down and still trying to throw the ball. I mean, he parallel to the ground. He's still trying to throw the ball. Like,
yeah,
this is the Arthur Smith way. This is the Arthur Smith way. No doubt about it.
Is. All right, my last thing with the facts report is keeping. How important was it them to keep the running back coach, the special team coach, and Jimmy Gray, who was an elder statesman in the building, to kind of help cultivate some of these young guys and the young coaches as well. How important was that? And how valuable was that going into next season?
Oh, it was super valuable because now you have a few guys who can kind of give you insight and intel to what was truly going on from, just from that perspective, from that realm, because they saw it from those views. And they can also kind of give Coach Ra a thing, like a scouting report on, the habits of a lot of these guys. Because one thing coaches are super crazy attentive. So they're gonna tell you, hey, that guy was late. Cause the guys, that you got a new coach, everybody gonna be on their best behavior. Everybody gonna be on their best behavior. But now you have these other coaches who are holdovers who can be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? We know about this guy. This guy is, so they're able to give a true picture on what these guys were doing, the highs and the lows. Because I mean, That's what you want to know. You know, like I say, when Coach Rod, first time he stand in front of the team, everybody gonna be fighting to sit in front. Everybody gonna, put the best foot forward. But you got guys who it's almost like that first day of school when you go you get promoted, and when you go in, if you're especially a bad kid, you got a new lease on that new teacher. You know what I'm saying? But that new teacher better believe she gonna go around there and ask that teacher around the corner, hey, what that for? Give me a rundown on what I'm getting to. And all the bad kids, they gonna start with them. Man, that Dunquavius, let me tell you something.
Right.
Dunquavius, don't be fooled by Dunquavius and his mama crazy. You know what I'm
saying? Right, exactly.
So you got somebody who can give you a scouting report on everybody. So yeah, having holdovers is very critical. I
think what another thing people really don't realize is the continuity between the players and the holdover coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Matt Ryan go through 5 offensive coordinators in his 14 years of being here. No kind of continuity. And then now you got the running back coach who has been here for 8 years, 2 years, and 1 year with Bijan Robinson, and he's been here also with Patterson. So I mean, why break that camaraderie up? And I think that's a whole lot of importance and value to that. And that's why it was so difficult and so hard to swallow that pill when Atlanta did not promote Matt LaFleur or Mike Daniels to that offensive coordinator situation. And because the continuity was there. Why change it? Why move it? Why bring somebody else in here and make them run and tell him to throw his playbook out and use our playbook? Then I'm like, Dan Quinn, like use the playbook that we use. And I'm like, Dan Quinn, but it's not your playbook. What if he got questions?
Right.
That's dumb. I'm like that. So if he got a question about the play caller, would he go call out to San Francisco and say, Shanahan, do I motion this guy? Do I go 11 personnel? I mean, come on, bro. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, he already, Shanahan he lost the playbook in the airport, right?
Yeah. So he say he probably left in the bathroom and probably did on purpose, man. Knowing that goofball, man. Dude goofy, man. It's goofball.
Yeah. So I mean that's I'm just saying this. All of that is just beyond me. All right, man. That's gonna end our fast report. I hope y'all
Shout
got
out to Smitty. Shout out to Smitty. Smitty, what kind of fact report are you, dude? You don't answer the phone.
Exactly. I didn't. He must be out of town or something. Cause I ain't seen the YouTube video pop up. Cause I know.
Hope you will. Hope all is well, Smitty. You know I'm just messing with you, Smitty. Hope all is
exactly. Well. Hey, before we jump into some ballers and busters, I'm gonna do the question of the day for you.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that you have a great answer, a great comeback. I'm gonna give you 2 questions of the day. I'm gonna give you one from last week and one for this week.
Okay.
All right. The one from last week was, if you are, and you had nothing against your beautiful girls and things of that nature, but if you had a son that's top 3 quarterback coming out of high school in the nation, he got scholarship offers from every school. He top 3. His dream is to be top 3, top 5 quarterback in the NFL draft once he get to that point. You get a job at FAMU or Howard.
Mm-hmm.
You are the only coach that he's ever had. It's time to make a decision. Do you follow Pops to the HBCU, or Pops will go ship him off to the big Power 5 school?
Oh no, fly away, my boy. Fly away, my boy. Fly away, my boy. You cannot come with me. Matter of fact, I forbid you to come with me. Why would I bring you down here? Hey. I can't give you 12 jogging suits and old gear. I can't give you that, man. Fly away, big dog.
Hey,
no, man.
Hey, guess what Hancock said last week?
What'd he say?
Hancock said he want to ask his son, ask the coach to give me a job. He said, ask the Power 5 coach to give me a job.
No, bro, you can't. No, bro, you can't come with me, man. No, we, no sir, no
Yes, sir.
sir. We are going to wherever, whoever got the best deal on tape. That's where you going, dog. We can't give you no deal at fam. No,
Yeah.
man. They
But
can barely afford me. They can barely afford me. How you think they gonna afford
but
you?
you will be in charge of all the NIL.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have my hand all in that cookie jar.
There you
All
go.
in that cookie jar. Yeah, believe that.
All right. This week question of the week. If you had a genie bottle and the genie bottle says, I want you to be the best basketball player that you can be. And you wish the genie bottle, you say, I want to have this skill set. Would you want to be the best shooter, the best scorer, or the best dunker? Out of those three, which one would you rather be known for?
I want to be the best scorer.
And why?
I want to be the best scorer because when you can get buckets in a variety of ways, you dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because if you the best shooter, you know people gonna try to come out there and make you put the ball on the floor. If that's all you're gonna do is sit over there be spotting up shooting, no. And if I'm the best dunker, man, I'm gonna be getting hacked all the time. Because every time I go off in there, man, people gonna be biting me. I'm gonna be falling all on the floor. Let me be the best scorer because when I'm the best scorer, I can just kill you in a variety of ways. You have to truly, honestly play me straight up. And then when I get as what the kids say, when I get in my bag,
right,
bro, it's a problem when I get in my bag. I'm gonna give you that the hezzy. I'm gonna give you.
There's no scout, no score.
Oh man, come on now. I mean, I look at like dude, like I'd be like Hoodie Mellow. I'd be like Mellow. You know what I'm saying? Dog, this bag so deep, bruh. Man, you gonna have to come pick me up all 94. I might pull that thing from 60 feet out.
There you go.
Oh, I'm a dribble drive. Dog. I love me a scorer. Kobe. Man. Jordan.
Mellow.
Man, oh man, them boys, man, D-Wade, them boys were scorers. You know, Kobe. Like, man, I always just love hear people talk about Kobe and how just he would just be getting it in the floor of the game. It ain't none of that Carl Anthony Towns stuff where everybody just trying to feed. It's an efficient 81.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they say nowadays. He wasn't wheeling.
Mm-hmm.
He got it in the flow of the game.
Yeah. That's that Dominique term, wheeling.
Yeah, I mean, because he just a scorer. You know, now give me a score, man. Let me be a scorer. Now, Marl, I wouldn't be Agent Zero because I'm leaving the guns at the house.
Yeah, I'm with you on the score because shooters have to be fed the ball too much.
Yeah, and then they be standing around when the ball ain't come their way. Cause like, hey Joe, please help, but please tell the good people this. Before Ray Allen just became a shooter, he was a bucket getter.
Oh yeah, he was 25
and 8. A scorer.
Yeah, and will posterize you too.
Dog, it's a group of people out here don't think Ray Allen could dunk, dog.
Oh please. Yeah, he didn't get that part in he got game for just no reason. Yes, sir. So yeah, he was a scorer for sure.
Man, Ray Allen was balling, right? Ray Allen will yam on you, dog. Yam on you. Milwaukee Ray and Seattle Supersonic Ray. But you didn't want them problems. And he put that thing on the floor and crouched, man. Ray got mad handles, man. Folks sleeping on Ray Allen, man. Boy.
Hold on, and we forgetting about the coldest culture changer in the NBA of all time, and that's Allen Iverson. AI was a true scorer.
My guy, y'all know that my favorite hooper. AI, my favorite hooper. I'm sorry, AI is my favorite hooper, hands down. He was our height.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't never go to the weight room. He eating Taco Bell. He used to park his Bentley on the curb outside the condos he was staying in when he was
There
in
you go.
Philly. Man, come on, man. AI was a certified bucket killer. And like Kobe said it all the time. Now, AI was the most difficult person for him to guard his entire career.
No doubt
On
about it.
Blake period. When the mamba say that, I don't need to hear nothing else. So all of you can keep the other stuff to yourself. AI, man, a killer. The other stuff to yourself. Killer.
Hey, real quick before E-Dub, come on, let's go ahead and jump to our ballers and busters real quick. Ballers and busters.
Balling out the game practice.
Yeah, exactly. Ballers and Busters sponsored by my main man, Bo Bell Basketball. If you're looking for some improvement in your basketball game, please go to CoachBoBell.com for more information. He got Bo Bell North, Bo Bell Midtown, and Bo Bell South. Yes, sir. Bo Bell says feet work is the key to any improvement in basketball. All right, with that being said, we go jump right on in. I'm going to go ahead and give you my baller for this week. My baller is going to be Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
The homie.
Patrick Mahomes is this incredible stat. He has, since he's been in the league starting, he has seen nothing less than the AFC Championship game. Period. So Patrick Mahomes, you are my baller this week, and you continue to be balling and says that you don't have to have big numbers to win games. And that's impressive to me. So Patrick Mahomes, you my baller this week. Go ahead, everybody, y'all tennis. Go ahead, put your ballers in the chat. All right, make sure it's on you. Who's your baller this week?
Y'all gonna laugh at this, but my baller this week is Michael Parsons. I'm gonna tell y'all why Michael Parsons my baller. Michael Parsons opens up and he found like, listen, I was so embarrassed after that first round playoff exit. Now I ain't leave the house. I'm just not getting out the house because I was embarrassed, as you should have been, Michael Parsons. That's big for you to say, Michael Parsons. I appreciate that because I'm like, if I had looked on Instagram and looked on Twitter and you was out here somewhere buying a car or you was some man, boy, listen, I was gonna fly to Fort Worth and bro, I was gonna go crazy. I'd bring my aluminum baseball bat, handcuffs, everything, dog. So for you to readily admit that, dude, that was embarrassing, dog. You a baller for me, Michael Parsons. I appreciate that, dog. I'm still, man. I'm still getting jokes, man.
Yeah,
I'm sick of it.
I know that's right. All right, it's time for the buses. Everybody like to put them buses in there. I'm sure we're gonna get some buses.
Oh, yeah. I mean, negativity always sells, dog. Negativity always sells.
My buster this week goes out to, and I hate to do it to him, but he gonna have to get it. Lamar Jackson for saying that they wasn't prepared for them to blitz in the game. And I'm like, bro, even if that was true, you don't say that.
You can't say that, dog. You can't say that, dog. You can't
say it. No, you can't say that.
They say it, dog.
Yeah, so Lamar Jackson, sometimes you as a quarterback, you got to know what and what not to say at certain times. So he's my buster this week for the comments of they weren't prepared to face the blitz.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say. I mean, anybody watch game film last week?
Clearly they didn't, dog. Clearly they was over in Park Heights doing the strut. You know what I'm saying? They were hanging out. They were doing everything but focus on the AFC Championship game at the crib. Then they even listen.
All right, who your buster this week?
Dog, my buster for the week is Ray Lewis, man. Dog. Bruh. Hey, whenever they call and ask you to come do that dumbass dance, man, you ain't got to say yes. Like, bruh, it's over. You not playing, dog. What you coming out doing that dance? How is that helping Baltimore? Tell me,
Mm.
no, stay your butt up in that suite.
Right.
When they text you or call, however they ask you to come do that, bro, say, Ray, you got to say, you know what? I'm gonna politely decline. My day is done. This not my team. If y'all gonna have anybody come out there do it, man, ask Roquan to come make up a dance. You know, add Patrick Queen to come make up a dance. Ray, stop inserting yourself in these folk business, man. Dude, it's over.
There it is.
Every time they call, you come, you just want to dog. Get on Instagram and do that dance, man. That didn't help. How did that help the Ravens? That right there told me all I need. I said, man, Ravens gonna lose this game. Ravens gonna lose this game.
It got them hyped up to get let down. Yeah.
Bro, folk tired of seeing you, Ray. I ain't lying. And Ray, you the reason that we still can't party in Buckhead. It's your fault, Ray. We mad at you still.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop answering the phone, Ray. Stop answering the
phone. Exactly.
Ray.
All right, man. With that being said, we finna move into our Atlanta Hawks report. Yes, sir.
Wait a minute.
I got my
time out. I got a question.
Go ahead.
I want to know why E-Dub don't want to sit next to me at games no more. He go sit all the way on the other side. What I do to you, man?
Man, listen. What's up, y'all? Y'all know I can't sit behind that 6-man.
I know.
My nerves are too bad. I work with kids 8 hours a day. The last thing I need is people hooting and hollering.
Which way? That way. Which way? That way.
I can't do it, man.
Yes, sir. My man and E-Dub is in the building, y'all. Let's give it up.
That's my guy right there. What up, E-Dub?
What up, my guys?
E-Dub. Hey, do you have a ball in Buster for this week?
Hey, man, I like the ones that y'all gave out, man. I love the Buster about Ray Lewis. Yeah, man. We still mad that we can't party on Buckhead because of Ray Lewis. Out here clowning.
He just killed the city. No, he just killed the city.
Shut it down, man.
Literally. Yeah. He killed the city, literally.
I'm going to stand on that, man. So I'm going to go Ray Lewis for my Buster with Maceo. And for my baller, I don't know, man. I'm you got to
don't get a wholesome love, man. They play well.
I'm gonna do one a little bit different from HO. I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes Sr. That is one of the coolest dudes out here.
I love that dude, man. I love that guy, man. Yeah.
I've always said that Derek Jeter's pops has to be like the coolest athlete pops ever. You know what I'm saying? Because Jeter was a champion. He had, a starting lineup of beautiful women. No kids out of wedlock, no scandals. He had to learn that from his pops. You know what I mean? But Patrick Mahomes,
and you get a gift basket.
You get a gift basket. He had to learn that from pops. So Patrick Mahomes Sr. is slowly climbing up that list of Derek Jeter's pops, man. He's not there yet, but he's getting there. He's sitting
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All the cameras are on Taylor Swift. Patrick Mahomes Sr. over there just smoking a cigar. Like, let's just get this dub, bro. Let's just get this dub. He smoked that cigar and said, "This is the Lamar Jackson."
Smoking on the Lamar Jackson pack.
I love it. Yeah, I love it, man. So yeah, that's what I got.
All right, E-Dub, let's talk about these Atlanta Hawks. First of all, I started off the show by saying when the Hawks move the ball, and they got 5 to 6 players in double figures, they can beat anybody in this league. The only issue that they have is they have a mentality on defense of what coach used to call it, Matador.
Ole.
Yeah, Matador, Ole defense. It's just, and that's the only thing that's keeping them from, quiet as kept. They just got their 20th win of the season, and we done passed the halfway mark, and you just not got 20 wins. That's not good. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on my thoughts about the Atlanta Hawks and what I just said about them.
Well, you're absolutely right. I think that to the untrained eye, man, and to someone that kind of is there, um, they got chemistry issues. Like real talk, I think that these guys don't necessarily rock with each other like that. And I've kind of had that kind of like that thought process where after each game, Coach Quinn is always talking about being connected and being together. Like you don't talk about that so much if your team is not together, right? And so you know how it's like if y'all played sports before between dudes you just pick up at the park and dudes you really rock with. You know what I mean? Like rock with even in the L's, even in the losses. I don't think that some of them dudes rock with each other. I think that they're co-workers, and that's good, and that'll give you 20 wins in February. But until they become cohesive, they become cohesive and they really rock together, like Maceo, you seen them dudes. Does it look like they ever hang out outside of work?
It's funny you say that because you and I laugh about this at pregame a lot. Trey and DeJounte don't mess with each other at all.
It's obvious.
DeJounte, he come warm up, and then when Trey comes, like he'll walk, like it's like they avoid each other. Like, hey, this your time, this my time. Like post game, bruh, it's like you go that way, I'm gonna go that way. And like if we get Trey in the post game presser, we're not getting DeJounte. If we get DeJounte, we're not getting Trey. Dude, it's super obvious. Obvious. And that's probably why DeJounte like, hey man, y'all Trey, man. Y'all want little buddy right there? Fine. Hey man, send me to wherever, man. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
So the cohesiveness of the team, can that be fixed, or that's just it doesn't take time?
I mean, it takes time, but the Hawks don't have no time. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. The Trey DeJounte thing, as much as it looked so beautiful last night, both guys having almost double figures in assists. Last night was the antithesis of Atlanta Hawks basketball and what it can look like when it's supposed to be rolling. But over the year and a half, the Trey DeJounte combo has not translated into W's. It just hasn't. And next year, the cost of the brick is about to go up. And Tony Wrestler's not going to pay that tax for a 500 basketball team. He's not. And Maceo knows that. So DeAndre Hunter making that bread, he's going to have to go. They're going to have to find a sucker for Clint. And the only guy that you have that is a net positive that you can trade for is DeJounte Murray. You can trade Trey Young, but Trey's going to be here until Trey don't want to be here. That's a whole nother podcast. But DeJounte is the only thing you're going to have to sell DeAndre Hunter for 50 cents on the dollar. You're going to have to sell him for 50 cents on the dollar. You're going to have to maybe get 75 cents on the dollar for Clint because he's older. Them knees ain't getting younger. You know what I'm saying? DeAndre Hunter can't stay healthy, and he got a healthy price tag. He's a 3-and-D, and when he's there, he's good. But you got to start thinking.
He ain't never there.
He ain't never there. Every year is 20-25 games for DeAndre Hunter.
Write it down. Just write it down.
They say now he has missed more games than Zion Williamson in his career.
But here's the funny part. People talk about that draft, and they give the Hawks the blues for moving up to get DeAndre Hunter. And I've always said that was a good move because look at everyone else in that draft. DeAndre, Ja, Zion, RJ Barrett. You know what I'm saying? If you can grab one of those four, you grab them. Yeah. But all three out of those four, them dudes they've been missing games. So it's like, okay, if you don't get DeAndre Hunter, who was the guy you wanted? Like, who was the guy you wanted?
Right. Hawks
fans love to give you problems, but never give you solutions. But I love Hawks fans because they support my podcast. And they help me pay my son.
And I gave you some flowers, and Maceo he co-signed with you on this. You banged your drum about defense in the draft with Jaren Jackson, and you wanted him so bad to get the Hawks. How different would this team be if Jaren Jackson was on this team right now?
Listen, and you guys know, HO, from the beginning, I said, hey, I like the Trae Young kid, but I really wanted Jaren Jackson. Because this team, at the point, they were at a turning roads, you know what I'm saying? And I understand the Trae Young pick, and I get it. And he's been good. He's been really good. But man, like, I mean, I hate to go biblical on you. When you build that house on sand, we all know how it goes. If you ain't building that house on no defense, listen. Like, I mean, and Trae is a good guy. I'm not besmirching Trae Young's name. But man, you're gonna build this team, you ain't building around defense, you're gonna get exactly what you're gonna get. You're gonna keep moving, you're gonna keep burning through these coaches, keep drafting these offensive players, wondering why can't we never get, because you don't play no defense, dog.
How many coaches we gonna
How many listen, you're gonna burn through them. You know what I'm saying? Burn through them like Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Giannis burning through them coaches. He got his chip, but Giannis burning through them coaches, bruh.
Hey, the coach is coming through Atlanta like a burner phone.
Hey, and it's so funny because each coach is saying the same thing as the previous coach. You know, in that first time I heard it, I was like, oh my God, Quinn Snyder is saying the same things that Lloyd Pierce used to say, which Nate McMillan used to say. They all talk about being connected. That was one of Nate McMillan's phrases, being concise, being connected, and being there was another C word he had in there. But they're all saying the same thing. And there's always one common denominator.
The definition of insanity, dog. The definition of insanity. Number 11. Number 11, the definition of insanity.
And it's funny because everybody always, we got to get rid of coach. We got to get rid of John Collins. We got to get rid of so-and-so. We got to get rid. They go ahead and get rid of these dudes. And what do you got? The same thing you've been had. Average basketball team that got lucky and caught lightning in a bottle. That's who y'all weren't. Y'all were not that team. You caught
run it back. Everybody say run it back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Back. Bring everybody back.
Run everybody back. Everybody got paid. But that's what it is. What it is. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. Sometimes you just wondering when the learn part is gonna happen.
Exactly. We did miss one Buster award this week, and that was Atlanta Hawks defense against the Dallas Mavericks. Is it true that Luka performance said to the Hawks, you see what you get when you trade me?
Listen, I don't go back and forth with that with the Luka trade comparison because it's a very touchy subject for Dallas fans and for Hawks fans. But the proof is in the pudding. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm gonna say who won the draft, this, that, and the other, because folks used to always say, "Oh, you know, Hawks won the draft because they got an extra player," but that extra player wanted to be traded like in year 3 because he wanted a bigger role. You know what I'm saying? So Cam Reddish had to get up out of here, and now that you ain't got Cam, it's really just Trae versus Luka, and it's just, you know, they're both good. They're both good for their organizations. But let's be clear. We know who the better player is, and I'll just leave it at that.
Now, I'm trying to figure out, after scoring 41 at halftime, second half, Luka didn't hit the floor not one time. I mean, what's going on? I mean, I know this is not the 80s, but somebody got to have some kind of pride.
Man, when Lloyd Pierce was here, he had a back and forth with Chris Kirschner, and Maceo probably remembers that. Lloyd Pierce had that infamous press conference where he said, "They didn't feel us, Chris." You remember that, Maceo?
Yeah.
And Chris Kirschner of The Athletic, who still writes for The Athletic, does a great job for the Yankees. Good dude. He said, "Coach, what do you mean that they didn't feel us?" And Coach was trying to let them know, like, they didn't physically feel us. I've heard Hawks assistant coaches say that at halftime to Tabitha Turner, who does a great job, by the way. She's killing it. There is no physicality. Like, there's no physicality. The way he was walking to the rim just was mind-boggling. It really was mind-boggling. And I mean, if that's how they want to play, that's how they want to play. It was almost like, man, where's your pride? You know what I mean? Like, and not saying you got to hurt the boy, but you know, you can get physical with them, but
just free runs to the basket. Not just free runs to the basket.
Bro was out there playing like he was at LA Fitness.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, he gonna score 100. But so here's the thing: two things can be true. Luka was cooking, so it really didn't matter what you were gonna do to the boy. You could have got physical with him, and he may have not had 73. He may have had 67. Like he was cooking, and the defense was bad. I'll assert that both of those things was true because when they was doubling, when they was splitting them, they did it in 6 straight possessions. He caught assist. It was pick your poison.
Hardaway had 30.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Hardaway, you know, Hardaway made some like big baskets. Hardaway's always killed the Hawks every time.
Every chance he get.
Yeah, and again, like Marlon said, there ain't no defense in the NBA, and it's built like that. They don't let these guys hand check no more. It's built for offensive explosion, and that's what they want to see, and that's what they get. But for someone like me, I don't necessarily like the brand of putting even your good defenders. They're at like you can't defend in today's league.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You're gonna get hit with that whistle so fast, but it's gonna be unbelievable. You can be like,
mm-hmm.
I ain't touch you.
E-Dub, what's the latest and what's the latest that you can tell us about any trade rumors or any trades details that's going down that could be going down?
Well, word on the street is, you know, the verbiage with DeJounte Murray is still, you know, the closest thing with the Lakers, but it's kind of backing down a little bit. There was a little birdie that I did hear about DeJounte Murray, but that turned out I think that game that he missed was kind of a suspension more so than it was any type of trade stuff. He got into a little trouble on Twitter, you know, and then he deleted his account. You know what I'm saying?
Always a smart thing to do, everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're going to go back and forth in the DM with a fan, then all of a sudden you're going to delete your account. Yeah. I think that was why he missed the game. But I still think he's going to be moved by the 8th. They're trying to work out a deal with the Lakers. They just have to find a place to send D'Angelo Russell because they don't want him in Atlanta. So everything that I'm hearing is LA. I wouldn't be surprised if another team came and swooped in at the last minute and just surprises all of us. Because the reality is this. It's hard to make trades in the NBA. Like, people get in that trade generator and be like, oh, yeah, it's that easy. But the reality is it's hard to make trades in the NBA, you know? So I think they'll make moves, and definitely it's all about the money.
You got to make that money work. If that money don't work,
yeah, it's got to be feasible for everybody, for both sides, you know? So
Dad said, bring back Danny Ferry.
Danny Ferry was a good GM, man.
He definitely was. Yeah,
I agree.
Ain't nobody gonna cook you for that. Don't people gonna cook you for that?
I ain't never had no problem with Danny Ferry. I mean, he can't say what he said about that African dude. Like, he can't say that. He doesn't say it. And I think he said it when Barack Obama was president. So, like, you know, they had to get him up out of there. He was like, you know, well, dang, he's a good prospect. He's got some African in him. I'm like, oh, Danny, hold on there, brother. You can't be saying that.
Damn, Danny.
Yeah, but I think he was just reading something, and there you go. It's just like if I'm a kid and I read something to my parents and profanity is in it, am I really cussing or am I quoting?
Yeah. So I mean, Danny Ferry was a good GM. I ain't had no problem with Danny Ferry. He.
Oh yeah,
I think agree. Danny Ferry was the guy that got off the. Was he the one that got off the Joe Johnson contract?
Yeah.
He deserves a statue right next to Dominique.
Standing ovation, baby. Standing ovation.
Hey, put that man a statue right next to Neeks. He got up that Joe Johnson money, boy. He freed up the whole franchise.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe, man. That's my guy. ISO Yoga. That's my man.
Mr. Kobe Buffkin made his after scoring a career high 43 points in the G League, made his appearance last night. Any particular reason why, other than injury, that he's lacking minutes in the NBA up to date?
Because we got a vet coach. Vets don't like playing rooks, purely point blank. They don't like playing rooks. So if I'm a Hawks fan, let him stay in the G. He getting
Yep.
minutes, he eating, he getting confidence until Quinn is ready to play him. Let him stay in the G. Let him stay in the G and let him eat because they ain't doing nothing but building up boys' confidence.
Right.
He even walking different when he get out there in the G League. And I have no problem with Kobe in the G League, because if you're only gonna give him 3 minutes for the Hawks,
Right.
go down, stay in College Park for all I care. I don't necessarily agree with Quinn's rotations of giving Garrison Matthews and Patty Mills minutes over these young guys. But I'm not the coach.
He love Patty Mills. I don't know what it is. He love Patty Mills. My God,
Patty Mills is the international Michael Jordan. But this ain't
he love that dude. I'm like, coach, take them red frames off, coach. What are you doing?
Look like Sally Jesse Raphael. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing, coach? Coach, need to go to Waffle House, coach. By the way, too, coach.
Yeah,
coach, too skinny, coach. Coach, too skinny, coach.
He gotta eat some. Them boys stressing him out because they don't get along. He see everything we don't see, man. He know they ain't fighting over their film session. You know what I'm saying? But back to the chemistry issue, really quick. If you've always noticed during crunch time, during third quarter, that's when the Hawks collapse. What happens is these teams come in after halftime, they make adjustments, and the only way to combat adjustments is to step up your defense. You can't step up your defense if y'all ain't talking. Who's back door? Who's coming this way? Who's coming that way? Y'all ain't talking because y'all don't really rock with each other like that. Y'all not looking out for each other. Yeah. It's always like, oh man, you got beat. Like, I got beat because you ain't help me. Why ain't you help me? You ain't call for no help. That's what it is. These dudes don't get along. And when the going gets tough, they just on their own. They just on their own.
And you look up, here go a wide open shooter in the corner, two people in the paint, like looking like, you gonna go out there? No,
you gonna go get him. I ain't gonna get him. And the problem I had, and I said this on my pod last night, the problem I had is not about the games that you win last night. I knew they was going to get up for the Lakers, even though the Lakers were in a bad spot coming off a back-to-back against Houston, a very tough game. Without AD, you knew he wasn't going to play.
Knew he wasn't going to play.
With his robotic paper-shaped knees. But you knew AD wasn't going to play. He needed to get Dwight Howard that 75 thing jacket anyway for the 75 greatest players anyway. But the thing about last night, you knew the Hawks was going to get up because Trey and them, they like to get up for the big games. But let Washington, let Detroit come in. Let a Portland team come in with a third-string point guard, and then it's going to go down to the wire. And that's the issue that I've always had with this team. You can get up for the big games, national TV games, and it's all fun and games. But the day-to-day, when Orlando comes on a Sunday at 2 o'clock, and there's only 3 people on Media Row, get up for those games. And that's the problem I have with this team.
Yeah. So it has been.
I'm sick of.
It has been thoroughly noted, and I was back and forth with a coworker who loves to go to the Hawks game and was like, "The Hawks go beat the Lakers tonight." He texted me last night after they won. I was like, "Yeah." See what I'm saying? I was like, "Bro, they don't play no defense. They next to last in giving up points in the NBA." They give up 123 points while scoring 120. Those are L's. And sometimes
the math ain't mathing.
The math, yeah. And sometimes they give up 150, 140. I mean, they folks go crazy. Yeah, I'm like, well, they'll go to. He's like, well, they'll make the playoffs. Not if they're in the 11th spot right now.
Yeah, wow. I think they might be in the 10th spot right now for the play in. But, going into the season, they all like, oh, we're not trying to be no play-in team. Well, guess what, buddy?
Yeah.
And the thing is, and I will be fair. The injury to Jalen Johnson set him back a lot. The injury to DeAndre Hunter set him back. But that's not – I mean, that's y'all's fault. You know what I mean? Because y'all ain't built no depth on the wing. They let John Collins go for a pack of snickerdoodles and some yum-yums, you know what I'm saying? They didn't get nothing back for John Collins, you know? And so, you ain't got no depth on the wing now. So you have one injury And now you got to go small because you got folks like, because you ain't got no depth. You ain't have no depth. And that's an organizational failure to me, because you wasn't ready for no injury. No, again, you should have known DeAndre Hunter was going to go down, because he go down every year like
He
clock.
go down every year. Yeah,
Every year like clock.
Him and Chris Paul related. But listen, what's the kid out of Villanova who I love, the wing player out of Villanova? I think the Brooklyn Nets drafted him.
Out of Villanova.
He's a 6'7" kid. He was a wing guy that was
Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas ain't out of Villanova.
No, not him. He out of no, not him. I can't remember his name.
I think I know what you're talking. I can't think his name.
Yeah, I'm like, that's who we need. That's who we should have gotten, because that would have been depth.
Yeah.
No, not Bridges. He just came out of the draft this past year. Let me see if I can pull him up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It just seems like, and I think that they drafted decent. I don't think DeAndre Hunter was a bad draft pick. I mean, I think the guys they drafted are good. Jalen Johnson, he's proving his worth. He was a good draft pick. I like the young bucks they drafted this year, but all three of them mugs got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, Mo, and Seth. And Seth has been killing it in the G League too.
I mean, soon as they got in the city, they got hurt.
Bruh, they couldn't get inside. They couldn't get around that gated curve without getting hurt, man. Listen.
Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
I had Cam Whitmore on one of my mock drafts to the Hawks. I was like, yo, Hawks, I don't even know why I do mock draft stuff no more. That's really just a waste of time, and I really just
that'd be your boy. You might want to do a crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. After he went to the Houston Rockets. He got drafted by Houston Rockets. But
he fell. Like, a lot of folks passed on him, and he's playing really good too. So shout out to him. So, but yeah, all the Hawks rookies got hurt, man. And I wanted to see more Kobe. Like, I would love, and I don't think it's gonna happen after the All-Star break, instead of giving those 7th and 8th man minutes to Garrison Matthews and Patty Mills and them cats, throw Kobe out there, throw Seth out there. It can't be no worse. It can't be no worse.
Let Kobe get some burn, man, because we need to find out if he can play.
Seth too. Seth Lumpkin. Listen, them boys in College Park, I've covered maybe 3 or 4 College Park games this year, and Coach Smith has them boys playing defense like you're not finna play if you don't play no defense. Those Skyhawks play some 80s defense. I am telling you this as something I know. And Seth Lumpkin's his maturity and his development has been on the defensive level. So when I see him out there, I'm like, oh, he playing. You know what I mean? Throw him and Kobe out there for the 7th and 8th man one night. Let him get 15, 20 minutes. I guarantee you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yes, sir.
Totally agree.
Dub, I gotta let you run, but I got a question of the day for you, and I also got a what say you question that I definitely gotta get your opinion about.
Shoot.
My question of the day question is, if you had a genie to give you all of your basketball skills, which would you wish for? To be a shooter, a scorer, or a dunker?
I don't know. At this age?
Well, no. This is the young E-Dub coming out of high school.
Oh, well, see, hey, young E-Dub was a flyer, boy. So listen, I tell y'all stories. My son don't believe me. I got the slam dunk trophies to believe that. So yeah, let me be a shooter. I've transformed over the years into a shooter because of my knees. But yeah, let me be a shooter.
And tell me why you want to be a shooter, though.
Oh man, nothing looks better than a left-handed jumper, man. Nothing looks prettier than a left-handed jumper. So I'm a lefty, and I used to hate playing. Yeah.
Baby Jordan. Harold Miner, Baby Jordan.
Yeah, it is. All right, my next question is this, and make sure I'm hold your answer until we get to this part. The best one and done player, in your opinion, out of these 4 players: Zion Williamson, Carmelo Anthony, Mike Beasley, Kevin Durant.
Oh, I'm gonna have to flip
Yeah.
a quarter between Beasley and Anthony. Beasley was hell, bro. Like Beasley was
Yeah.
hell. Carmelo got that chip. Uh, give me Beasley, man. Give me Beasley. Slightly over Melo. Slightly
Okay.
over Melo. Beasley was
Okay.
hell, man. Go back and watch. Go look at the
Boy,
numbers, man. That dude was 30 plus.
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah.
But all four of them was dogs, though. All four of them.
Yeah. No doubt. All right, E-Dub, man. Let everybody know where they can find your pod and the Hawks Beat.
Great
Great
Hawks
pod.
Beat,
Great
Ron
pod,
Hall.
by the way, everybody. Great pod.
Hawks Beat, we're on all social media platforms, even on TikTok. My son's been helping me out, getting on, navigating all that stuff. And my son is my first employee. He does a lot of my tech stuff. So shout out to him. Hawks Beat anywhere you go, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, hit me. We pod after every game. We're coming up on, by the end of the season, I think we'll hit close to 500 podcasts, so we plugging, man. We plugging.
Hawks fans,
There
how
you
you
go.
feel? Hawks fans, how you
Yeah.
feeling?
Yeah, that's fan feedback. You already know. It's for the
Mhm.
show.
My man. Man, I sure appreciate it, bro. And yeah, let's talk soon. Before you go, how did you like your offensive coordinator going over to the Carolina Panthers?
I was happy for him, man. I was happy for him. You always want cats to move on and progress. You don't ever, in football, if somebody's hot, they're not going to be there long. So I'm happy for him. He helped us out. We played with house money all year.
Boy,
I only expected 5 wins, and we got more. I was happy. So we'll see. We'll see.
Y'all signing
I
y'all
wish him the
signing
best,
Baker back?
except for when we play him.
Y'all signing Baker back?
I don't know, man. We got a whole litany of free agents. They might sign me.
There you go.
We got some money issues, brother, down in Tampa. So we gonna see, Jack.
All right, bro, man. Well, take it easy, bro. And when we go over to the Big Easy Grill, I'm gonna shoot you an invite, man. So we go over there and eat some shrimp and talk sport.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Be good, y'all.
All right, bro.
Peace.
my
All
dude.
right, Maceo, my guy.
All right, love you. There he is, man. E-Dub, good dude, man. Good
My
dude.
dude,
Always,
man.
always
dude.
prepared to do his thing. And it is time now, Maceo, for our thing, and that is what say you? Yes, sir. All right, Maceo, you can go ahead and give me your one and done. I'll let that be your first question.
Dude, listen.
Do I need to repeat the?
No, because I already know my answer. Dude, it's Melo, man. It's Melo.
Yeah,
Dude.
Melo.
I hate that the way his just career ended. Because I mean, I think people just really like go back down that trail. Like, no, I promise y'all, Detroit still sick. They didn't take Melo.
No, ain't no doubt about it.
I'm
Let me repeat the question for you.
It's proof positive. No, Melo was so good, and it's crazy. I love when he tells the story that he had so much fun at Syracuse. He was like, I want to come back. And Boeheim was like, boy, if you don't get your ass out of here, it's nothing else that you can do for this school. Nothing.
Yeah, we done won the ship already. But let me read this question off for our listeners and our loyal listeners in attendance. The best one and done player, 1 year in college, then they go to the NBA. Out of these 4 players: Zion Williamson, Carmelo Anthony, Michael Beasley, Kevin Durant. Y'all go ahead and give me y'all answers in the chat. Maceo gave his,
and again, just add, listen to those guys again. Again, all freaks, all dogs. And I think with that Zion team, it's like you got to really be like, dog, y'all didn't win the chip.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't win, dog. Melo, even their Syracuse team was a good team. But Melo was so special. And dog, we're talking about a true freshman, dog.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about a true freshman. Like, I can still see the national championship game, the orange uniforms, the orange headband, Melo with the long braid, and just Melo doing work, dog. Ain't like,
Big
no,
time.
this boy was at the prom last year, man. This
Mhm.
man don't want a natty as a man. Get out of here, man. Mellow for me, dog. Mellow.
All right, cool. My next, Macia, what say you? How far will Pat Mahomes GOAT status go up if he wins another Super Bowl?
Dude, we have to start putting him in the conversation because I think what he understands now more than anything, he's going to be viewed by the number of championships he wins. He wins this third, dog. He has more than Peyton Manning. Dog, this guy is 28 years old and he's only getting better. And this is what people need to really think about and really be scared of. This is the second season that he's not playing with a big time outside wide receiver.
Mm.
Won it last year, you know. I mean, he adjusted without Tyreek Hill. I mean, we know what the receiving core was this year. And I always go back to when they lost to the Raiders around Christmas. Dude, everybody wrote Kansas City out. They're like, no, this team just don't have it. Get in the draft, go to free agency, get him a big time receiver, then they'll be back next year. Pat Mahomes like, no, bro, don't count me out. No, he sees what's going on now. He has his eyes on getting 7 like Brady.
Mm.
He wants to one up Brady. You can see it in him, man. No, Pat Mahomes, yeah, we got to really start. He getting everybody to he win this third win. He got everybody attended. He on GOAT notice. He is
Yeah.
on GOAT notice. He gonna get Tom Brady and be like, all right, dog, what you doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
All right, cool. Macia, what say you? Which would you prefer? Michael Jordan to play in this era or LeBron James to play in that era? Which would you rather see?
Ooh. Ooh. I would want to see LeBron play in that era
Okay.
because we always talk about, you know, his size, you know, how gifted, all these things. I think we know. I think we kind of know what Jordan would look like in this era because it's no defense and it's just, you know, it's free will, it's straight to the basket, nobody hitting the floor. So I think we got a great idea of how Jordan would play in this era. I would want to see the physicality, the tools that LeBron possessed. Cause like if you think about it, in that era, LeBron is a true power forward. He's a true power forward in that era. But in this era right here, where it's, I mean, you know, it's positionless, you know, you know, I don't know if he could play 1 through 4 in that era like he does in this era. So I would want to see LeBron. I just would want to see with all the gifts that he has, I would want to see how he stacked up in that era. I want to see a Barkley play him. I want to see a Dennis Rodman harass him. How does he respond to that? Because again, that wasn't the buddy era. You know what I'm saying? Where it is now. You know, everybody partners now. I would want to see LeBron in that era versus seeing Jordan in this era today.
You know, when I thought of the question, you know, I wanted your answer, but more importantly, I wanted to know what your pops and your uncles would say.
Dog, but boy, I can tell you what I'm gonna ask my uncle that today. I'm gonna call him and ask him because he's such a Jordan hater. He gonna he gonna be like, dog, these young boys are locked Jordan up in this era.
There it is. There it is. That's what I'm talking about.
No, my uncle definitely say he is the ultimate Jordan hater. I mean, the ultimate joy. He just about 2 weeks ago, it was something we talking like, man, Jordan, the only athlete in the world that just like, man, he ain't never did no wrong. Y'all act like he done hit every game winning shot. Y'all like he ain't never missed a basket. Never.
Mhm.
I be like, dog. And nobody said, yes, y'all do. Yeah, he hit every game winner. Every
Right.
game winner. I was like, all right, dog. You win. You win, dog.
Cool.
I get it.
All right, you got any what say you for me?
I
Cause
just
I
got
want
one for you, dog. I got one. You know,
okay.
I was vibing to my music today, and I was
There you
like,
go.
I
I
gotta
knew
say
it.
this
It,
for
it was
HO,
coming.
man. Here we go. What say you? Drew Hill or Jodeci?
Ooh.
Because I think people be sleeping on Drew Hill. They really do. I think if
Yeah, I
people
think
go
so
pick
too.
up their discography, they'll realize Drew Hill got super slaps out here in these streets. But what say you?
I would never underestimate Drew Hill, but I think when it comes to Jodeci, I think they kind of changed the R&B game just a tad. They culture movers, and
Mm,
all I can think about is when how many sitcoms did they perform on opposed to Drew Hill?
mm, mm.
They was on Martin. They was on Jamie Foxx. I mean, Jamie Foxx went on tour with him.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, not to take anything away from Drew Hill, but I mean, culture setters was kind of Jodeci.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I,
I can dig that.
I had definitely had a music one for you, and I'm going to go ahead and ask you this one now. And I can't wait to hear my main man Dez. Oh, there he is. He said Jodeci.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 That's a good one. But I'm a love this one. All right, I'm gonna set this one up for you. All right, make sure you always talk about your 100 prelude. Let's say you got the 100 prelude with two 12s in there with an EQ. You ride through the AU Center, and you want everybody to know you coming. I'm gonna give you 4 songs, and you tell me in order which songs would you play in order. You ready? Just rank the songs as in order of how you would play them, 1 through 4. My Posse on Broadway, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Paul Revere, Beastie Boys. Mr. Big, 8-Ball MJG. And going back to Cali, LL Cool J.
Okay, so 2 LL in there. LL is my GOAT, so LL going first. I'm going back to Cali.
So look, you ride through the AU Center in your 100 prelude.
Ride through the AU. I got the sunroof open. I got the windows down. And as I pull up to that little sign right there, to veer off to the right, leaving Maury Brown to head over to Claude, head over to Fast Street, I'm going to have a Kango along because, again, LL's my idol. And as I pull up by the wall, I'm gonna do the dance from the video. I'm gonna say her bikini small, heel small. She said she like the ocean. I'm gonna do that.
There you go.
So I'm playing that first. Now, because I got these 2 12s and the EQ, I'm going Paul Revere next because that zoom, 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 zoom. So yeah, I'm going Paul Revere second. Third, I'm going 8-Ball MJG. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Then last Posse on Broadway, because as somebody who had 415s in a Jetta once upon a time, Posse on Broadway just didn't hit the way them other songs hit. Posse on Broadway, you have to really have this where your 6x9s come into play, because you got to hear.
There you go.
My posse's on Broadway, because you got to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where your 6x9 come in. So it ain't that like my mama could hear me. Like I could be on Bethsaida, and my mom be like, "They on their way home. I hear him."
Yeah.
Why you around that music so loud?
There's a Cali first, Mr. Big second, Paul Revere, then Posse on Broadway.
Yeah. Like say that going back to Cali, man. Like say, listen, if you had to say even LL with Total, who do you love? I was gonna take that because LL is the GOAT, everybody. I'm sorry. LL invented swagger for these rappers. Like, man, come on, man. Crush Groove, LL walked in, him and E-Love, he just said box.
There it is.
Come on, man. Man, LL, my dude, man. I still think I'm LL, y'all.
For sure. But I'm pretty sure that was a good one.
Man.
Yeah.
My pocket's on Broadway.
I had to hit you with that one. I don't know if I ever hit you with the one that I had one time before when I said rank the storytellers.
Oh no, come on, get it to me right quick.
Oh yeah, rank the storytellers. I had Biggie, Slick Rick, Dana Dane, and Scarface.
Scarface is one for me.
Okay.
Scarface is definitely one for me. Scarface, and if y'all don't think he can tell a story, go watch his Tiny Desk when he did Man Cry.
Yeah.
Man,
and we ain't talking about favorite rapper, we talking about storytellers.
Storytellers, nah, man. Scarface. Every time Scarface raps, really, truly, I can see what he's saying.
Right.
In the song, if it's Can't Be Life with Jay-Z, you know, you can see when you talking when I come, as I walked into the studio to do this with G, got a phone call from one, like you can see him like reaching for his phone.
Right.
I can always see what Scarface is saying. Now Biggie was very funny. Biggie was witty, but I think I'm gonna take Slick Rick ahead of Biggie. Scarface is my top 5 too, y'all. So you know, it's hard to crack my top 5. So all this stuff y'all be talking about, Lil Wayne and stuff like that, get GTFOH. Yeah. So yeah.
You got Scarface.
Give me Slick Rick. Then going to give me Biggie, and then Dana Dane. But I think Dana Dane is a very good story. So when I used to record the Fresh Party, you know, Dana Dane, I crafted a lot of those. I crafted a lot of my Fresh Party takes off Dana Dane.
Yeah, Dana Dane was that Cinderfella is classic.
Man, Cinderfella, Dana Dane. Again, you can see it. I'm the rapper today with Faye. Yeah, man. No, yeah.
And Nightmares too. Nightmares.
Yeah. Again, that was a staple on my Fresh Party. They played that every Fresh Party.
Would you consider Will Smith a great storyteller rapper?
Nah, Will just an entertainer, man. Will just an entertainer. I got super dope respect for Will, because even when he transitioned to TV, and it was like the money was so crazy, but he stayed a B-boy at heart. You know what I'm saying? He stayed hip hop. He didn't know that the money, he didn't know he was gonna become one of the biggest movie stars in the world. But even in doing that, he just loved, right? He's a rapper. He forever a rapper. When they did the thing, the 50 years of hip hop, and to see him and Jazzy Jeff come out there and do that, man. And plus, man, when you make a song like Summertime, and like, man, that song gonna play forever. Like us, the next generation, everybody gonna be talking about some you know what I'm saying, 2 miles an hour, so everybody can see you. You know what I'm saying? Sitting at a cottage front all day waxing. Like, man, that's forever. They made a
Yeah.
forever jam right there, man. Summertime is forever.
Absolutely.
So I always rock with Will. You know, even when everybody gave him flack about Wild Wild West, I'm like he said, man, they had to deliver the check on the flatbed. So that was his like little shot. Cause Will real witty. Like he
Yeah, he
y'all.
is
He
very,
y'all.
very smart.
Little subtle shot at y'all. Like, yeah, y'all keep talking about that, but yeah, if y'all saw the check, yeah, y'all would did it too. Y'all would did it too.
Mhm. All right, man. That's gonna be our show, man. We catch all the way
Great
through.
show,
Talk a
man.
little
Great
music,
show,
talk a
dog.
little music, talk a little this, talk a little that, talk some Falcons. And man, we did it up, man. I so appreciate it, Mason.
Man, like I
Man,
say, see, it's easy now. We got each other's phone number now.
yes,
That
sir.
messenger,
Yes,
let me
sir.
tell y'all something. My doggone messenger, yeah, I get so many messages during the day. Like, I really think about taking that thing off my doggone phone.
Yeah, there you go.
Cause I be
Did
like,
you did you ever
when I
did
go
you ever
check it, I be missing messages from like 2 weeks. I'm like, wait, see that?
did you decide what you gonna do with your dead iPad?
Nah, man. So what I'm gonna do? I am gonna go to the Apple Store tomorrow because I gotta get y'all don't laugh at me. So they what my iPhone look like.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go get surgery on this tomorrow, and
Yeah.
in the middle of getting surgery on this, I'm gonna see if they'll be like, hey, yeah, man, yeah, man, what y'all give me for the iPad, man? Man, give me something for it, man. Give me something
Well,
for it.
listen, let me just tell you, like I tell all of my listeners, some of my listeners know, I am the plug for any electronics that you need.
Oh boy, what? Why you just telling me this?
Well, I mean, I figured it. I figured it was already because I can get iPads for less than you know. I'm not even an iPhone user, but I got an iPhone just because it was so cheap. I said, well, I just get one just to use it on the Wi-Fi and just FaceTime people when I need to.
Wait a minute, hold on now. I need that deal because I won't even go get this one fixed right here.
Oh well, yeah. Look, when I get off tonight, I'm gonna go to my resources and I'm gonna send you whatever iPhone. Just tell me what you need. I can guarantee you I can find it.
Say that. Matter of fact, hold on, boy. I'm texting you now.
Yeah, text me now. Just tell me the number. Is it iPhone 12, 7? Matter of fact, I just put in an order for a Galaxy, one of the Metro T-Mobile Galaxy. It's a A53.
Okay.
It's an A53 in less than 120. Unlocked and everything.
I just text you my order.
Okay.
I
Well,
just
I'm
text you my order, man.
gonna show ahead and look out. Yeah, and TVs. That my boy just got some 86 inch. I'm like, bro, I can't put no 86 inch in my house. I ain't know where to put it. 75, 86, whatever you need. Just yeah, technology wise. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I want to start a website called butternthem.com. I put all my little stuff on the website, man, and just be like, okay, what y'all need? Yeah, for sure. I think I just got the text too.
Yeah. So that's my order, man. Just let me know, dog. Hey, man. Appreciate you reaching out, bro. You know I always got you, dog. I always got you, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Go ahead and let everybody know how they can find you tomorrow, because I will be tuned in tomorrow as well.
Everybody, we're gonna be right here, the Crush Sports Talk Network. Holler at us, Facebook, Instagram, the Twitter. Holler at us, man. We ain't hard to find. We ain't hard to
Yeah,
find.
make sure you ask your uncle and your dad that Jordan
No,
and
I'm finna
LeBron
like
stuff.
I said, I'm gonna text my uncle now.
How did Erica respond to the inside info
Oh
when
man,
she told her?
hey man, she was sitting there like, it had to be something. It had to be something.
Yeah,
For that to go that way, I say, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. So tell her to go ahead and send that thank you card to Massachusetts.
yeah, I tried to. Oh man, she was sitting there like, wow. I was like, yeah, so it'd be like that.
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's how it went. And you know, and here we are. You know, we trying to, even though he 82, we trying to 81, we trying to get him into the swing of things and let him understand that coaching and this and that is, yeah. But all right, man, I so appreciate it again. And
Hey, now
thanks for,
appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, my
yes,
brother.
shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight. We're gonna holler at Smith sometime soon just to see what his thoughts are about everything else. And shout out to E-Dub, man, for coming through,
That
for
boy
doing
crazy,
his
man.
thing.
That boy crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And y'all tune in to the Crush tomorrow. Y'all on it 7 to 8.
7.
7 o'clock.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
indeed. Yes, sir. We there.
Tune in to the Crush Network tomorrow with E Glaze and Maceo Herb Jr. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And
We up, baby.
For Hancock, Maceo, and myself, H.O., R.I.P. Moms and Pops, R.I.P. BC. Yes, sir. And we go tune y'all in, and we go holler at y'all next week. And we out. Peace.
Peace.